Hello there, YouTube, and welcome back to Chef Lethal Plays Path of Exile, Season 5, Episode 19. If my notes are correct, and I want to say hello, and this episode should be going live on Christmas, so in case you've had enough of your family for about 30 minutes, you can go take a little break. Well, I guess by the time you're watching this, you'll have already done that. Anyway, I hope you have had a good few days. Hopefully you're able to kick back and relax today, even if you don't celebrate, just to take some time to yourself or to whoever and have some good times. Speaking of, I'm trying to crank this episode out pretty quick because it's early in the morning and I already see that my daughter is rolling around, so I may not make it through this whole episode. But I am here at the Monastery of the Keepers, and I did some farming last night, and I said, you know what, I was running into a cap of my graft blood, so I started doing some tree stuff, and I have recordings of them because I didn't want anything like really amazing to drop and then not get it caught on camera. Nothing amazing dropped. I may still drop in the clips here just to show you what's been going on. I will say that I don't know how long it's been like this, but I can equip 2 grafts now, or whatever they're called. So I've got like a total maximum of like 3,500 or something like that. That one's a 3,500. So yeah, like quite a bit more cap. So it's pretty cool.
I greet you once again.
It's Editing Chef here, going over the clips that I'd mentioned in my initial intro there for the video. So I'm here at the tree, and I've got a bit of graft blood to use and looking for some items here. Ideally, looking for a great chess piece, but this one was pretty interesting to me. I'm looking mostly at the sockets. Because I already have a 6-linked socket chess piece, it's going to be pretty hard to beat that on stats alone. It's not impossible, especially at this stage of the game. I could probably go to the market and find something. But here I'm trying again and seeing what I'm getting, and that one's kind of interesting. This helmet was actually a little interesting for me. So just doing a little comparison here. I mostly made this recording to make sure that nothing really amazing dropped and it wasn't caught on camera, or, you know, I'm called a liar for how I acquired my goods. I do another item swap here, and the tree gives birth to garbage. So that was really fun. I'm really excited that I was able to take part in this. You know, obviously they're not all going to be winners, but I mean, an upgrade would be great. So nothing great. Did some currency here, got a chaos out of it. That's really nice, since I've decided to not do the chaos orb recipe with the vendor. Getting even 1 chaos from the tree is very nice. Or if I accidentally get one from selling a bunch of stuff to the merchants, but I don't think that's going to happen. And then I got to get King's March up and running as well. So some time had passed. Got filled up on graft blood again. So we're going to see what else we can get here. Got some armors. I do like the percentage of armor like drops that I'm getting compared to the other armor items. So my skill points in the tree are working out well. Of course, I hear that ding, and that makes me very happy. It's a 6-link, but it's an armor ES base, which is not at all what I want. That's not even worth keeping to sell to like players for chaos orbs, especially this late in the league. So I'm not terribly worried about it. See what else we can get here. Another equipment, another 6-link, but an armor energy shield as well, which, oof. If it were earlier in the league, man, that would be great for me. If it was a month ago, I'd be very, very tempted to keep it, even if maybe for a second character. But some decent currency. I like that the Orb of Alchemy that I got. That's very helpful. So, going to be needing a lot of those here in the next few, you know, playthroughs or whatever. So I've got a little bit more graft blood, not filled up, but 789, which is pretty good. So we're going to look for another piece of equipment, and got an axe this time. It is demonstrably not better than the one I currently have. I do need more slots on my axe, but I'm not quite there yet. And then this graft, are they just called grafts? Yeah, like I guess they're all each associated with a certain wow, what are they called? Breach Lord. So I'm doing some comparisons here to see if it's going to be any better. Is it even any good? Apparently my brain just stops. We're going to cut this out. And we're back. So just doing a comparison there to see what is good, what is not. And then I decided, you know what, I've got all these things in my inventory. Let me just sell them. And I've still got some craft blood. I keep hitting the C button or the U. I can't remember which one I keep hitting. But here we got some uniques. We got a Foulborn unique. That's pretty interesting. Foulborn is new with this league, where it adds an additional quote-unquote foul modifier to the item. Can be pretty game-changing. I think some of the uniques that I've seen, at least, you know, a month and a half ago, are pretty impressive and very game-changing. Just got some more grafts there. And some of these are tricky because some of them have skills that you need to use, and some of them are more passive. And since I have a moth brain, I like the more passive ones that will just exist and do things for me, and I don't have to hit a button or think about it. That's always very nice. So we're going to vendor off some of this stuff. And here's like, oh, do I really want to? Yes, I really want to. And I've got my tab here for King's March. That's all got to go into King's March once I can. I've decided, I think I say it later in the episode, but I think I'm going to wait until I get to about 100,000 gold before I go to King's March and actually get it up and running. So here I'm going to Faustus to see if I can put this item up for sale, and it requires a specific type of inventory or a stash slot, so I decided not to do it. I end up doing it later. And so here I wanted to just record spending all of my passive points. So I'm of course consulting Path of Building and filling out the tree as best as I can. And we are going to be getting right back into the action here in just a moment. I can hide that. Not much else has changed on the character, I don't think. I did spend a bunch of my passive points because I was sitting on them. I was like, oh, I'll do it on a recording. And in one of the clips that I may or may not have just shown, that I spent a bunch of my passive points. So if I look here, I need to do actually the Uber Lab, but I'm not ready for that yet. So we got over to this tree here. Cleaving has added so much damage. It's actually kind of insane. And let me just kind of see really quick. I do want to grab this mastery over here. War cries cannot exert travel skills. I already have that one. Well, what else? What other mastery should I get? Which one is it? This one? 40% increased damage? No, this needs to be... I'm not ready for that one yet. Accuracy mastery... Where's that? Oh, this right here. I need to grab these nodes. So I've got over here. I'm going to lose this wheel here. Oh, I like the mana reservation efficiency, though. I don't think I want to get rid of that yet, because I need... Well, I'm still not even using Pride, because I don't have enough reservation efficiency. So maybe I'll do this. That's fine. Yeah, I think that's going to be okay. Because then I can grab the accuracy nodes here. This should put me in a position where I don't have to worry about it very much anymore. So then this is still going to be the 502 accuracy. And then I did keep this one over here. I'm supposed to lose this whole wheel, which is right here. Yeah, this whole accuracy wheel goes away. So I'm going to refund this one. And then I want to see where I stand. So I'm at 2,700 life. Oh, heavens. My accuracy rating is 4,300. Okay. That's good. So what if I get rid of this and this and this? Where does that put me? It puts me where I don't even need this dexterity node. Yeah, I need to get back down. Actually, let me just go ahead and do that. And that gives me 6 more points. And accuracy 3300. Okay, I'm still good. Still good there. So now just peeping the tree. I will end up getting rid of these points here, and then this will be an anoint that we'll put on our amulet, but I'm not ready for that. And then let's see, this one here we're going to be going into, we're going to get this jewel slot and then also this life wheel. So maybe, hold on, before I allocate, I've got 6 points I can do. That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. So I need to make sure. I know this part isn't the most interesting in the whole wide world. I don't know which war cries have a minimum of 10 power. I think I have that one yet. And then where's another war cry mastery? Recover 15% life when you use a war cry. Oh, that's pretty cool. Alright. Rock and roll there. Alright, so I'm just comparing, again, I'm just comparing the Path of Building with my own tree here. We'll get some more endurance charges. +1 to maximum. And life regeneration. Okay, this should make us a little bit more survivable. Looking up, we're going to end up grabbing Rage Mastery too. Gain 1 rage. Every rage grants 1% more attack damage. Maximum rage is 30. Lose 10 rage per second. Okay. So we'll do gain 1, gain 10 to max. And then we get the mastery there. +7 to max. Inherent loss of rage is 20% faster. I've got refund points. I don't have any skill points left. Okay, that was pretty cool. And you know what else I'm going to do right now? I'll do this over here. So I'm going to go back and bring up my Bone Shatter Guide. Now, the last update to my Path of Building was level 65, where it was saying I was doing 849,000 full DPS. So if I import my guy, ignore weapon swap, overwrite everything. Okay, and for skills, we want Earth Shatter to be full DPS. I think I had this at, I'll just call it 5. Oh! Well, that's fun. Wow. I don't even have all the configurations in, but that is a lot of fun. Cool. Cool. Oh, my daughter's coming. We gotta take a break from the recording. Be right back. That was a bit of a false alarm, but we're back. And now I've got a ton of graft blood, or at least relatively speaking, a ton of graft blood. So I'm going to, well, first I don't have any body parts. Also, I need to mention, I should have known this before, but when I do those hives, you get a ton of graft blood from it. And so I was running into a situation where I was maxing out because I didn't have very high capacity. So I figured that out. So now I've got a lot more capacity, so I feel a lot better about it. Graft an item, yeah. Where did it go? Down here? Oh, a graft item. Yeah, we'll do that.
She will soon bear fruit.
Okay, and then what else we got? Equipment. Let's do a 69 equipment. 5-link 6 socket. I will... I am interested in this helmet. I am really interested in this helmet. 3 open suffixes. That's a near max tier 1 roll on the armor. Holy moly. That's definitely worth checking out. These I'm going to go ahead and trash.
Be ever vigilant.
And then these, I'll pick them up and just look at them in a second. What else do we got? We got another equipment, currency. Let's try our luck with currency.
The Genesis tree accepts your offering.
Not great. Alis wants to chat.
The blood bond grows.
What is the point? Does she give me points? She does. Okay. And I love when I answer my own question immediately. So let's waste time here and make this the most boring content of all time. I was coming up here. I want reduced chance for critical caster modifiers. I don't want any caster modifiers. And I have 2 more points I can use over here. I don't want weapons. Reduced chance for defense. I need to select. How about, yeah, let's do fractured. Why not? And modify tier rating. Great. This one is unique items. I'm kind of all the way down here. And what's this? A 100% increased chance to be foulborn. Birth not. You know what? Let's go for it. Let's see if we can get a juicy corrupted. Down here's currency. We've got all this. Can we get drop as a full stack? Let's do full stack. And that. Okay. Now we've got 1,600 more we can spend, so let's look at equipment again.
She is pleased.
Ooh. Hold up. Doubly hold up. Are those good fractures? Let's see. A tier 3. That's a tier 6. So that one's garbage. This one's bad. 30% increased armor. So remember, a fractured mod cannot change. So I can reroll this one as much as I want and it will not change. I would want a better tier rating than that. What do we have here? 3200 uses level 22 enervating grasp. This is lightning. When commanded. I don't want any more skills that I have to do. So I'm gonna go ahead and just put those in the bank there. Grab these, and now what else do we got? A unique item. Let's see how our new points in unique worked. Sedimus touch, and both of them have quantity of gold. Dropped by slain enemies. 25%. Wow. Wow. I don't think that's a worthy... Yeah. It's not worth anything, really. Alright, let's check. What else do we got? An item, currency, mysterious. Let's go currency.
The Genesis tree accepts your offering.
I got a chaos out of it. I did buy a stash tab for the shop. I think it was only $3. So I have an item in my shop right now, trying to sell for 3 chaos. Can do graph. Oh yeah, we still have lots of.
She will soon bear fruit.
Anything good? See, the thing I like about this one that I'm using is when I use a Warcry, it causes the spires to erupt. So it's a passive thing for me. I like that. On critically striking an enemy, I don't do crits. When you have rage, this graph will periodically apply a buff to you, which grants a chance to inflict additional impale and increased effect of impales you inflict. That's interesting. Violent desire used by this graph grants 6% increased effect of impale. Oh, that seems really nice, actually. $32.95. It's a little less than this one, but I think it's more value. So yeah, I'll put that in there. And then I'll talk to Aelith. And we will get rid of this. right? Oh, man. The lightning resistance roll on there is really nice. Tier 2. But I really want the 5th. I need the 6th socket linked, so I'm going to have to say bye-bye to that. I'm going to play around with this helmet. That's armor, energy shield. Okay.
Be at peace.
So maybe not the most exciting stuff happening right now, but this was pretty good. And these go up here. Oh, I did create a regex for my maps, so I can roll maps now. This helmet, though. I lose a little bit of life, but if I can put the fire resistance on there and make it pretty even. Do I even need the fire resistance? Maybe I can trade it out for a different resistance. Oh, I need cold resistance. What the heck? Three chaos. How many chaos do I have? I have 11. Okay. So if I lose 34% fire, what's 117 minus 34? I should know this, but they're odd numbers, man. 83. Alright. That still puts me in a decent position. So I'll trade this out for cold. Come on, 35. Dang, almost a min roll. And then I need one of these to be green. Also, I've still got an open suffix. I did find some exalted orbs, so let's do this. It gave me strength. Not the best, but that's fine. That's fine. We're going to improve the quality. Can we get it up to 20? Yeah, of course. 1600. Yeah. So I just need one green socket on here. Can we get it? Boom. Nice. And then I don't actually... I want one... Like... If I look for linked sockets, 2 linked sockets. Hold on, I want... Can we reset? I think we gotta go 3 and then down to 2. There, okay, there. And then I'm gonna roll chromatics to try to not... I want the green down here, like this. I want the green and a red separated from 2 reds that are linked. So let's see if we can do that. No. 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 Got it. Okay. So now we can plop that in. We put precision and vulnerability. And then these 2 items go like that. I'm going to keep this guy down here just for kicks. And then make sure that precision is active. And we are set to go on that. We got a new shiny helmet. We are balling out of control. While I'm here, let me check.
Greetings.
I doubt any of this is going to be any better than what I currently have. No and no. Okay. Good stuff. I think once I get up to 100,000 gold is when I'll go to King's March and get it kind of running. I got a ton of uniques that I can give the guys there to get them get them up and going. We've got a tier 2. I tell you what I'm going to do, guys, is on camera I'm going to run the most difficult maps that I've got. But I think what I'm going to do is, while I'm able to play off camera, is like start getting through these tier 2s and try to fill this out. Okay? So for today's content, excuse me, we're going to try a tier 4. We cannot do reflect, so I'm going to re-roll it. Extra fizz as cold. Goodness gracious. Okay, monsters have that, and okay, so this one seems like it could be kind of rough, but I think it's going to be okay. We are maxed on resistances. We've got 3,300 accuracy and 2,700 life, so we are set, and we're going to jump into our first T4 map, and then that will likely be the end of the episode. Lately, what I've been doing with my farming is just going into a map and then just jumping straight to the the breach, doing the breach, going to the boss, and doing any side content that I see. Like I did a temple 2 maps ago. That was fun. This build did pretty good. It's a little slow, but I was able to get through it and killed a lot of guys relatively easily. I wonder how much an awakened melee physical damage is. Wow, we already filled this out. This is a great map for the breach. Wide open. Breach stabilized. And now it closes up. I also tightened up my item filter because I was getting so much garbage on the ground, and I did not want it. NeverSync has a new feature on the filter site where you can kind of customize it broadly for your type of build. So I was able to just click a few buttons, I guess, and tell it that I'm a strength-based build. I'm interested in 2-handed axes and strength gear, and it kind of like auto-hiding a bunch of the other stuff. It's still showing some like, evasion and energy shield things. I haven't done the work to figure out why or you know, what rule it's triggering or not, but whoa. It has been really nice to not have everything so cluttered. Especially after doing a breach, man. There's just a ton of stuff that drops. This has been a good map. I feel very comfortable about going into yellow maps. I am looking forward to finding an offering to the goddess. I may buy one, and then we can run the Uber Lab, because I'm definitely ready for that. Like level 85, right? 82? Yeah, that was easy. Super duper easy. 50 monsters remaining, but honestly, at this point, I'm not gonna stress about that. But that was good. I'll spend the point now while I've got you guys here. Adjacent map chance. We need lots and lots and lots of maps. So that's what I'm gonna do. While before the next episode I can record, because you know, family coming in town for Christmas and stuff, I'm gonna be running. Probably not these anymore. I think I'm done with tier 1s. I do need to get the tier 2s run. So I'll probably run all these toxic sewers and try to fill out Tropical Island and these things. And maybe I'll record them just in case anything interesting happens, but I wouldn't count on it. Anytime I go to the tree, I'll probably record it in case anything happens. That's amazing. So we'll see how that goes. And then hopefully next episode, I'll be having some tier 5s to run maybe, because the map situation here is not great. But anyway, that's gonna be it for me today. I want to thank you guys so very much for watching. Hope you had a Merry Christmas or Happy Holidays. And I will see you next time.